welcome to video 3 of this series. In this video, we're going to take a look at how to add a little bit more detail to this head. We're going to use a slightly different method to get some photo elements onto the mesh. And previously, I was able to use the liquify filter to get this on. But now I'm going to go a little bit more piece by piece in sewing some of these parts together. So I'm going to actually take my head and rotate it to the side. I've got K open, which is my 3D manipulator. K is the hotkey for that in Photoshop. Or I can go to the custom object position and just choose the right side or the left side, depending on where we're going to work on. And let's just zoom in here a little bit. And I will go back to my move tool. We'll just put that right in place. And I'm going to want to just put some detail right on that ear, and for that I've actually got a extra photograph to work with. For this section, I'm actually going to just grab a piece and just start cutting and pasting. I'm going to use my lasso tool for right now and essentially just draw out this lasso section. We can draw out a big section, but honestly I actually prefer to go a little bit closer and do more of sort of a piecemeal. It allows me more control with the warp transform, which we're going to use. So I use my lasso to drag out this selection, and I hit Control-C for copy. I'm going to leave full screen here so I can switch to my other one and re-full screen it. And then I'm going to hit Control-V, which is the hotkey for edit paste, and this will drop on. Now, I'm not too worried about the size change that just happened because the image size of the document is all sort of relative at the end. I'll scale this up. It's going to scale back down when it fits on the texture. So I'm okay with the little scaling transitions that I've made here, as long as I'm not scaling it up and down too much. And I'm, again, going to turn my opacity down and see if I can get this ear to roughly overlay right on top of my 3D model. I'm going to come in with my eraser as well, and my opacity is a little low, but I'm going to erase out some of the stuff that I don't want here at the edge, so I've got a slightly fuzzier transition line. And with this ear in place now, I want to try and see what it looks like when I put it on. There's a couple of things I need to do first, though. It doesn't look like it's exactly on the edge. I could use the liquify tool again, but I actually want to demo another feature here. So instead, I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and grab the Warp Transform, which gives me a little lattice grid. And with this, I can make a couple of edits onto the surface to try and warp that ear into place. And if the model was done correctly, this shouldn't take a lot of work. If the model is different than the photo source that you've got, either by design or by sloppy modeling, it's going to take a little bit more work to get this on. But honestly here, I think with just that, I'm going to be all right. And I hit Enter from my Warp Transform tool. I go back to my opacity of 100%, and I can just hit Control-E, and it's going to render that on to my texture. I hit K as my hotkey for the rotate tool, and now you see very easily I can take a look around that. I now have a very solid ear texture right on the head. And oh, there are my eyes on the back of the head. It looks like I did forget to turn off double siding by the time that I was done, but we can paint that out when we're done later. I've got some extra little gaps here, like behind the ears or underneath the nose. And again, these are things that if I have additional photos, I could come in and now just paint from different angles, warp transforming certain elements until they fit onto those features. And I can just keep piecemealing this piece by piece until I have a completed texture. So now I think we'll just stop here for this demo, but let's go ahead and save this asset out. Again, I'm going to go up to the 3D palette. And with my 3D layer selected, I'll go to Export 3D Layer. Here I can export both the 3D object and I can save out a texture. We'll choose Targa as my texture format in this case, and I will choose OK. And my texture is now going to show up as color1.tga. which I can open up here in Photoshop. And you see now I've got my ear painted as well. So just to prove that this is working and everything is coming through, we can actually switch back to Maya. And we can take a look at maybe adding in our own just custom shader here. Let's go into the Hypershade. We'll very quickly make a blend for right now, and I'm going to assign a blend to that surface. I'm doing this off screen, but made a blend in the Hypershade. I've assigned it to the surface. And right now as well, I'm just going to select everything else in the scene because I don't want that to show up. And I'm going to add this to another layer so I can turn those elements off. And in this new blend, let's come in and assign my color.tga. And I will bring in that file. And without too much work, when I hit 6 in the viewport, that texture should load. And there it is. I've got all that detail from the photos, really showing up on the texture. It's just obviously not done yet. And so that's where we're at on the model. And hope you enjoyed. With a little bit more work, we could have a pretty completed texture. And let's jump to that one. So not too far down the road is the more completed version. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please look forward to more. There's always more on andrewklein.net. Thank you.